This week, on The Rock, we dress up to get down on a segment on the school's dress code policy. Next, we discuss the new sales tax for low-income housing. Finally, we have a segment for you on Valentine's Day. All that and more, this week on The Rock.
Welcome back to The Rock AHS. I'm Ben Marshall.
And I'm Nathan Diebler. To start off the show today, we have a segment on the school dress code policy and how it relates to the students' right of freedom of speech.
Jonah Omayim and Bradley Logan set out to talk to students around the school to get their opinions on the topic.
Needless to say, water's wet.
Cool story, Brad.
Oh, by the way, nice hat. Really funny.
Funny?
Yeah?
Yeah, it is funny. Let's talk about that.
As humans evolved from uncivilized ape men to the slightly more civilized ape men that we are now, clothing went from a necessity to protect oneself from the elements to a form of self-expression. Everyone and their mother wears clothes to feel good and look good. However, with the rise of clothing brands such as Danny Duncan and Rip and Dip that exhibit potentially explicit material, we must ask the question, what crosses the line with Anacortes High School's dress code? And furthermore, where do students think it should be drawn? Do you own any clothing from Danny Duncan, Rip and Dip, a brewery, or anything like that?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. I own a pair of Rip and Dip socks.
Where do you think the line is currently being drawn for dress code here?
I think there's a lot of places that it's drawn that it probably shouldn't be, so that you can't wear brewery stuff.
If there's a lot of graphic imagery,
I think definitely profanity. Like there's some words that you can't have in your shirt.
Where do you think the line should be drawn for dress code?
I feel like some images, a lot of images actually are really okay. Like, as long as they're just not explicit.
Anything that has any offensive words, you probably shouldn't have that.
I think it should be a little bit more relaxed than it already is, because there is a lot of things that people can't wear that are their dress coded for. A lot of times they aren't really reasonable.
I feel like students are entitled to wear kind of whatever they want, but like there's a line.
To clear up any misconceptions that students may have in regards to dress code, we spoke to Assistant Principal Fox on the matter.
In terms of what categorizes what's okay to wear for dress codes at high school, it's really anything that's acceptable and respectful for teenagers. So to me, that means we want to create an environment at school where everybody feels respected and valued. You're in an environment with hundreds of other people here at school every day, and so being responsible and respectful of others. We did revise the dress code a little bit this year, and it's more in alignment with some other districts in Washington State. There's a little bit in there that's less specific than it used to be. It's more around, again, making sure what you're wearing is contributing to a positive environment at school.
It seems that, for the most part, students are free to express themselves through their clothes without much worry. Obvious subjects such as drugs and alcohol and explicit sexual content are discouraged, but there is still room to wear what one truly wants and look good doing it. This has been Jonah Omayim, reporting from The Rock at AHS.
Thank you for clearing up some miscommunications about the dress code.
Yes, thank you for addressing such an important topic.
Speaking of important topics, the city of Anacortes proposed and voted on new state tax that would go towards affordable housing and local families.
Jacob Hoxie and Ali Perez did some digging to bring you up to speed on all of the facts about the bill.
All around town, yellow "Yes for Housing" signs decorate the roads. These signs refer to the Affordable Housing Bill, asking for a 0.1% sales tax increase in order to help fund new affordable housing within the city of Anacortes. On February 11th, 56% of citizens voted to pass the bill into law. One of the main beneficiaries of this new tax reform is the Anacortes Family Center. We spoke with the center's executive director, Dustin Johnson, to find out more about this measure.
The 0.1% sales tax measure would increase the sales tax in the city of Anacortes, we're talking about $1 for a taxable purchase of $1,000. So with this money combined, the Anacortes Family Center and the Anacortes Housing Authority will conceivably construct 3 projects. The Anacortes Family Center recently purchased the property that is just on 26th, just across the street from the emergency room. So that will be 20 apartments, studio 1 and 2-bedroom apartments for families that make under 60% of the median income. The Housing Authority separately will develop 5 townhouses that will be on 18th and O on property that they already own. And then the last project that they'll work on is the Olson Building rehabilitation.
Nick Rennis, owner of the local record store The Business, located on the first floor of the Olson Building, has been quite open about his support of the bill.
Well, we have a personal stake involved, which is that the business is in the Olson Building, which is one of the buildings that this tax would help fund. There is currently nobody upstairs right now, and there is the possibility that 20 or so apartments can go up there, affordable apartments for people who work in town and want to live in town rightfully.
Rennis even took to the store's Instagram to advertise his stance on the issue.
Self-interest, Anacortes is in desperate need of diverse housing options for those with diverse means.
Right now, Anacortes has housing that suits one demographic. It's a lot of larger single-family homes, but if you want a town that offers diverse things, the more diverse housing options you have, the more diverse your town's going to be, and I think the better it's going to suit everybody.
Opinions may differ on if a sales tax increase is the best method to fund affordable housing projects. Yet it seems everyone in the community can agree that affordable housing and childcare is a necessity.
The Anacortes Family Center is always in need of student volunteers. So if folks, kids at Anacortes High School need service hours, the Anacortes Family Center can always use help. So they should just get in touch with us. A healthy community is people that give back, contribute positively, and that's exactly what these folks do.
For The Rock at Anacortes High School, I'm Allie Perez.
Speaking of homes, some of us will be staying in for the upcoming holiday.
President's Day?
Yeah, President's Day, totally. No other holidays this weekend. That would make me sad. On a completely unrelated note, Maddie Snyder and Elijah Huerta have a segment for you on Valentine's Day.
Hi, I'm Maddie Snyder, and I'm here to see how AHS students celebrate their Valentine's Day.
Like going to a store buying candy and just playing Xbox at my house.
I'm very lonely. I just sit and eat chocolates that I bought for myself and watch cartoons all day.
I think Valentine's Day is supposed to be a perfect day to know each other.
Eating a lot of candy and just having a day to chill because there's no school.
It is definitely a hoax, just used to market off as many flowers, chocolates as possible. The public uses it to sell, like everyone makes these special deals. Buy this chocolate now, buy this box of chocolates. It's buy flowers for your loved one, and it's just a big market hoax.
I am confused on that. I wouldn't say it's a hoax, but it's not really a good holiday. It's just kind of like there.
It's a holiday depending on, I don't know, to some people they think it's a holiday. To me, it's just candy.
I'd have to say just like general appreciation for those you love, or if it's not your significant other or someone that you love, just appreciating your friends and being nice to people.
It's to spend time together, how families are supposed to spend time together. Because that's how we feel our connections to our families and friends.
It's interesting to see how AHS students feel about Valentine's Day. I'm Elijah Huerta, reporting for The Rock.
Thank you for that lovely segment, guys. Get it, Ben? Lovely, because it's Valentine's Day?
Haha. Very funny, Nathan.
Anyway, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please email them to therock@asd103.org. We always love to hear your input.
With that, I'm Ben Marshall.
And I'm Nathan Diebler. And from our
rock to yours, have a great day, AHS.